Oh, right. It's LP, writer and creator of the comic books Nyobi and Savage, and coming at you with more bite sized news, giving you more to chew on. And chew on this, Christopher Priest writes Red Sonja for the very first time. That's right. So, Christopher Priest, known for his work on Vampirella with Dynamite, apparently has never scribed Red Sonja before. Very, very interesting. And he's coming with a new take. And we're going to have a look here on what they're saying. So basically, it's called Sonja Reborn, and it's a tale of survival, which takes a hard look at what life in the Hyborian age might actually be like for a modern woman who finds herself suddenly thrust into it. I got to tell you something, man. I think Christopher Priest is probably a really decent writer. I've read, not much of his work, but some of it. Looking at these covers, yeah, they're kind of nice, But what I get tired of seeing with Red Sonja is Red Sonja out of time, Red Sonja cosmic, Red Sonja in the modern world. Like taking Red Sonja out of her element and just putting her anywhere else. To me, doesn't feel like Red Sonja. If I'm doing Red Sonja, if I was the man hired to do it, I would keep Red Sonja strictly a dark fantasy book. Period. That's her bread and butter. But, Dynamite likes to experiment. They like to do crazy things. So let's see what they come up with. I mean, maybe it might be good. So the tagline here is basically, how might a single woman survive in a land of mystical threats and monsters without caving into her fears, dying of infection, or losing at best conditional loyalty of her ragged band of male cutthroats? What might this woman really be like, and how could she possibly survive? Well, they probably don't, okay? The Age of Conan, very rough environment. Let's just say that, kiddies. Christopher Priest, known for his work in Superman Lost, Conan the Barbarian, and Black Panther, has been on a boundary-smashing figure in comics for nearly 5 decades, man. Five-time champion, WCW champion, both on and off the page. His works of his serving as the foundation for billions grossing blockbusters, Dynamite has been fortunate to work with him throughout the years, and particularly on the Daughter of Drakulon, Vampirella. While he continues innovating those titles, now in 2025, he also presents an inventive take on the other crown jewel among Women of Dynamite, that being Red Sonja. Again, I don't know if it's an innovative take to, take a modern girl from 2025, thrust her into fantasy, give her red hair, and say, this is Red Sonja's story. Or taking Red Sonja from the fantasy realm, which I've seen, and then pop her on over into the modern day and have her riding, motorbikes and shit. It's not really Red Sonja to me. But it might be for other people. So, who am I to take away your fun? We might have called this book Becoming Red Sonja, Priest said. The book delves into a culture shock of a presumed nightmare from which you cannot awaken from. Both Black Panther and Quantum and Woody employed observational humor to the sidecar character, a voice from outside the fictional universe it observes. It can underscore both the drama and the humor of a world gone completely insane. Man, you guys are in the modern world for sure. Red Sonja is our Kelvin universe, alternate take on the classic, branching off from familiar past in order to spiral chaotically into the unknown. I'm having a blast writing it, which is equal parts endorsement and warning. Dun, dun, dun. Priests, acolytes, and Hyborian age scholars may know that Priest is no stranger to the mythos or Sonja herself, who feature prominently in storylines of his runs on her barbarian counterpart. Yet now, after more than 3 decades with the focus and creative reign, fans will experience his unparalleled approach to the character and her world. This new series brings his trademark missing puzzle piece, plot assembly, and twisted sense of humor for a historic reimagining of the classics by the greats such as Roy Thomas, Frank Thorne, Barry Windsor Smith, John Buscema, and more. Sonja Reborn presents a new Sonja for a new age, for a modern age. Ancient and codependent gods, light and the dark, are engaged in a cosmic contest to decide the fate of the world. Young British diplomat clerk Maggie Sutherland, that's going to be your new Red Sonja, stolen, just completely ripped off from the year 2025, suddenly finds herself They're a pawn in play, ripped from a modern 21st century world and transported into the wilds of Hibernia. Maggie awakens, transformed into a fiery-haired Red Sonja. That's right. She's going to become Red Sonja. Maggie Sutherland, your new Red Sonja right there. I don't know. It's a lot of hibbity-jibbity here about what this is going to be. You know, the world's changing, gods and monsters. I don't know. Maggie's hero journey to reveal what might actually take for a woman to survive and thrive in such a brutal world of swords and sorcery and barbarism. Look, you take the women of today, maybe some of them might be able to get by, but we're talking about the world of Conan here. There's only one Red Sonja. I don't know if Maggie Sutherland, British diplomatic clerk, is going to be the one. It could be a really good book, though. I mean, we're talking about a guy who's been writing comics for 5 decades. So, you know, who am I to judge? The baptism of fire in comics form is a perfect gateway for adventure for sword and sorcery fans, old and new. Those who have never picked up a comics starring the She-Devil or set in the Hyborian Age will discover a page 1 primer on the genre as they learn alongside Maggie the rules of an extremely treacherous road. No knowledge is required to be swept away by the action and thrilling lore, while longtime devotees will find the novel ideas and recontextualizations of the star and genre tropes. We got covers by Chad Hardin, who I got to meet, Joshua Middleton, Greg Land, and more. I don't know. This one here, the second from the top, looks like Greg Land's cover. Of course, there's a cosplay cover. Look, this could be fun. It could be fun, but it's not my Red Sonja. You know, I do buy Red Sonja, but I only get sort of like the main core title. A lot of these offshoots I used to buy, but don't buy anymore. Just simply don't have the money for it right now. And I got a lot of reading to do. I have about 50 Red Sonjas that I picked up over the last few years that I've still yet to have cracked into. So I'm good. I mean, if this comes out to critical acclaim and everyone's raving about Sonja Reborn, then, you know, and I might still even pick up issue 1 just to have issue 1, you know, because that's still a thing to me. But we'll find out. We'll find out if this is any good. We'll find out if it is Red Sonja or is this just another gimmick to try and sell books. But I want you to be the judge. I want you to let me know, Red Sonja fans, are you picking up Sonja Reborn? Are you interested in this at all? Yay or nay is the call that you need to make down in the comments section below. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if this is your first time here. And if you're curious about my comic books, then just stay tuned from a word from our sponsor. All right, and you're probably wondering just who is today's sponsor, and it wouldn't be right if I didn't do the line, so let's let it rip. Well, it was me, Austin. It was me all along. And today, we're not talking about eBay, though you're more than welcome to go there. We are talking about Gumroad. That's right, nyobicomics.gumroad.com, where you can get your Nyobi and Savage Sin fix digitally, read anytime, anywhere for pretty cheap. And it doesn't get any cheaper than reading Nyobi Birthright #1 for free. That's right. If you guys never checked out a Nyobi story before, I find that Birthright 1 and 2 is some of my best written work. And I am offering you, the loyal viewer, the chance to come and read Birthright #1 for free. You can go to gumroad.com. You can donate $0 and it will let you download the book. Or you can throw me some shekels in return. That is all up to you, but you can get it for free. Again, nyobicomics.gumroad.com. Scan the QR code just above my beady little head here, and it will take you exactly where you need to go to download Birthright #1. And if you enjoy it, if you like it, then consider maybe picking up some of the other digital comics. And stay tuned for another video coming at you real soon. Peace.